Good day, everybody. Good day and welcome. Good day. Good day, Gladys. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. So you might see a tail just flickering around here because Davey is like doing something new these last couple of days. He's like right here as I do morning sip. He just wants some love and attention. Yes, I'm just adjusting that. So, yes, good day, Tim. It's good to see you. Maybe I'll show you Davey at the end if he stays right there. He's just laid out right here on my end table, using my phone as a pillow. Don't get too comfortable with the phone, Davey, because I need it today. All right, Pastor Al. It's good to see you. Good to see everyone joining in for Morning Sip. Yes, he is feeling so much better. Thank you, Vanessa. He's feeling much better. It was just a change was needed in his food. And so we're all good now. He's back to his wonderful, affectionate self. All right, y'all. So we are in our GPS series, the Guidance Positioning System. And I've already shared how this came to be. So if you missed that story, check out Monday's Morning Sip. And yesterday we delved into some of the definitions, right? So I'm just going to do a quick recap of that to make sure that we're all on the same page. Did y'all hear Davey? That was him. He was saying, amen. So guidance, supervised care. That's what I like. Supervised care to assist in reaching a destination in an unfamiliar area. We're going to hold on to that. Positioning, a place occupied. System, principles or doctrines in a particular field of knowledge or thought. To cause to stand. To cause to stand, right? And so I asked yesterday, what is your system of positioning yourself for guidance? What is your system for positioning yourself for guidance? And I know everyone just said, it's my spiritual practice, right? We all said that in unison. My spiritual practice, my daily spiritual practice is my system, or at least one of them. Yes? All right. So when I answer that question for myself, what is my guide, right? Who supervises me? God, spirit, right? I'm under God's supervision. When I say that, I just feel all giggly and good, right? I'm under God's supervision. And my position, where's my position? The place that I occupy, within. Within. That's where everything happens. That's where everything begins, right? Within, right? And then what is my system? My system is truth with a capital T, universal truths. Yes? So what is yours? So answer that for yourself. You could sit with it, meditate upon it, write it out, but get some clarity about what your guidance positioning system is. It's so important. It's so important. Yes, I see you, Gladys. Gladys said, I need to be near a body of water or nature. Then I go within. Yes, yes. And nature is all around us, right? We just look out the window, we see some nature, right? And we can use our imagination, because sometimes the nature that we want to be in, it might be like a forest or the ocean, or, something that feels vast to us. And we might be physically distant from that, but we could go within, right? We could go within or use our imagination to support us and being in touch, to going within. All right. So today, when I was using my GPS to prepare for morning sip, what kept coming up for me is a song. And I've shared several times that sometimes songs just do it. It just, a certain song will have a message in it for me that informs my morning sip. And so the song that came up for me is from the movie, and one of my favorite movies, Mahogany. You remember Mahogany with Diana Ross? Oh, she wore those fabulous clothes. So she sang this song called Do You Know Where You're Going To? It was the theme for that whole movie. Do you know where you're going to? Right? So I want to share some of the lyrics. And that's why I needed my phone. But Davey has moved on because my daughter came downstairs and now he's sitting with her. Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know? Do you get what you're hoping for? When you look behind you, there's no open doors. What are you hoping for? Do you know? Isn't that good? So do you know? Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know? Do you know? And it's important to have an answer to that question, to start to have some clarity about where it is that you want to go. Do you know, right? And we can use our guidance positioning system to support us in getting clarity about that, right? Last week I shared that sometimes asking the question, what do I want, feels like, I don't know. Why are you asking me that, right? And so another question that we can ask ourselves is, what is it that I want to receive? So do you know where you're going to could have the same feeling of asking, what do you want? What do you want, right? So another way that we can explore where we're going is to ask another question, right? What is it that I want to experience? What is it that I want to experience? And just sit in that question for a little while, because that will give you some, I'm thinking of a sign. What's the signs that you see on the road when you're on the highway? They have a name, but anyway, that'll give you some signs, some direction, a hint of where you're heading to, right? I'm the type of person that my relationship with directions is based on landmarks. Don't tell me to go east or west, north or south. And I shared yesterday, especially if I'm with Heike or Heike's with me, because we will get each other turned around and lost in a minute. But a landmark does it for me, right? So we can use our feeling tone as our landmark. So let's say you think you want something. Let's say you think you want to go somewhere, right? And your feeling tone about it at the time feels good. And then you get there and it don't feel so good, right? It don't feel so good. So you know from that feeling tone that this may not be the place that you really wanted to go, right? It could just be a point, a stopping point, a rest stop. How about that? Not some place for you to unpack your stuff and move into. Just a rest stop. Maybe to gather some more information. Maybe to receive something that you need. And then you keep moving forward, right? Using your guidance system that is within you to point you in the direction that you are desiring to experience. Yes? Okay. So, what are you waiting for? That's the other line in that song. What are you waiting for? Right? Yesterday, I got in my car to go to Pilates, and I'm using my GPS system. And this is probably my third or fourth time going. And so I'm saying to myself, girl, you don't need the GPS. You know how to get there. Turn off the GPS, right? I said, okay, I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna see if I can get there, right? Y'all, it was a mess. But guess what? I was right around the corner from it. I was this close to it. This close. This close. And isn't that what happens with us? We are going somewhere that we really want to go. Something happens, and then we stop, or we stop trusting, or we start looking around, right? Instead of going within. Instead of checking in to see what guidance we are receiving. Instead of simply turning back on our guidance positioning system, right? Which I eventually did, because I also have, I can experience myself as stubborn at times, right? So I was being stubborn, and I was like, I'm going to figure this out, right? And I'm just going all over the place. The more I go all over the place, the further away I'm getting from where I need to be. But as soon as I turned on that GPS system, it said I was 1 minute away. 1 minute away, right? And there I went and arrived where I needed to go, right? But sometimes we're in such resistance to our GPS. You ever catch yourself talking to your GPS in your phone, in your car? We're so resistant, right? Sometimes telling it the way in which we need to go. But if we keep tapping into the ultimate guidance positioning system, which is spirit, God, whatever you call it, you will get to your destination. Guaranteed. Guaranteed you will get to your destination. Yes? So where are you going? What experience do you want to have? Feel the feeling tone of that experience now, right where you are. Right where you are. You don't have to wait to feel it. You can start to feel it now. Yes? And you don't have to do anything more than what you're doing right now. Which is what? Checking in. Checking in with yourself. Checking in with your guidance positioning system. And then going in that direction. You have to move. You have to be in action. You don't have to know every single thing along the path. In Living Life in Joy, I start the show by saying what? Go, set, ready, right? Not ready, set, go. Go, set, ready. Your GPS system is telling you to go. It's telling you to go. And when you get to where you're going, you'll be ready. Why? Because the universe is already there preparing the place for you. Already there preparing the place for you. But we have to go. We have to go. All right. So I'm leaving y'all with that question. Where do you want to go? What are you waiting for? Just go. Check within. Be clear about your system. Yes? All right. All right. So we're going to continue with this. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about recalibrating. You ever get into your car and you're going somewhere, right? And everything's going fine. And then all of a sudden you look down at your GPS and it says recalibrating or rerouting, or it's just spinning around. Right? So we're going to talk about those experiences, those I don't know what to call it. I'll figure something out by tomorrow. But we're going to explore those two phenomenons. How about that? Tomorrow and Friday. All right? All right, y'all. So, what is your system of positioning yourself for guidance? What is your system? I know one is your spiritual practice. And where are you going to? Where do you want to go? And what are you waiting for? Let's go. Let's go. All right, y'all. So I hope that was good for you. Oh, thank you, Nan. I like the GPS series too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, y'all. All right, y'all. Let's get into some joy news. Karen. Hey, girl. You say, yes, well, I don't know, but I like what life is showing me. All right, now. I saw that little play on the lyrics to the song. Yes. Do you like what life is showing you? Karen said, yes, she does like what life is showing her. So just keep going. Just keep going, right? Just keep going. All right, y'all. I'm Rev Melissa. Thank you all for being with me today for Morning Sip. If you need support with your GPS, reach out to me and we can set up some time to talk. And now it's time for some joy news. So I have a birthday shout out that I would like to make today. And that is to Reverend Jennifer Berkeley. So many of you have heard me mention Reverend Jennifer on Morning Sip. And Reverend Jennifer is the reason why it is called Morning Sip. Because back in the day, I used to lead like a mini workshop after service called SIP, Spirit in Practice. And when I put out the call for suggestions about this show, Reverend Jennifer said, Morning Sip. And I was like, of course it would be Morning Sip. Of course. So shout out to Reverend Jennifer for her birthday today. She is owning being 70. She looks fabulous. I saw her on Friday just celebrating the wonderfulness that she is. She was the former spiritual director at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living, which I am now the spiritual director. And I consider her one of my spiritual mentors and someone who sees me. It's important to have someone in your life that sees you, that really, truly sees you. And she's one of those people for me. So happy birthday blessings, Reverend Jennifer. All right, this Sunday, Living Life in Joy. Please come with me. This is where we're going, y'all. This is where we're going on Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. My special guest is Wasita why can't I get tripped up on her name? Let's just say Wasita, and she's going to correct me on her name on Sunday. So Wasita is a holistic health and wellness specialist. She's a sound bath practitioner and certified doula. And so we are talking about power as our theme for August and Living Life in Joy. And she is bringing the power of sound, of energy work, she's a master doula. So she's going to share all of what she brings in her yes with us on Sunday. So join us 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And then at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, join me in Sunday service at Rockland CSL. The topic is GPS, your guidance positioning system. And what I've been saying is that Morning Sip gives you a sip, right? And then Sunday service gives you a gulp. You get a full moon. You get a full, I can't even say a full moon. You get a full meal on Sunday. So join me. We have service on Zoom. So you can go to our website and get the Zoom link on Sunday. And we also live stream on our Facebook page. I would love to see you. Many of you joined me this past Sunday, and I so appreciate knowing that you were there with me. It felt good to have my congregation of joy. All right, then Monday, August 23rd at 4 a.m. Eastern Time, we have our meditation with the full moon, and we have a wonderful time. We do a full spiritual practice, and we're going to stay in this theme of GPS. So we're going to have a spiritual practice centered around this theme that we are in this week, GPS. And after, we go into Zoom for an after party where we share, we fellowship, and we just spend some good time with each other. So please join me 4 a.m. Monday right here on New Thought Media Network for Meditation with the Moon. All right. So let me check in with Sekou, see if he has anything he wants to share related to the sermon or anything else. I said sermon, sip.
Yeah, it is a sermon. A mini sermon. It's a sermonette. So I just actually wanted to piggyback on what Gladys said about being near nature and water. This morning, I decided to meditate outside because I've been experimenting with finding a new routine here in New York. So I jogged up the West Side Highway and I stopped at a very scenic location, and I did some exercises and I meditated outside on the water, on the Hudson, and that was really nice. Really nice, and also was really challenging because there's so much more noise. There's so many more things happening around you to either be mindful of or to tune out. So it was a practice, and so I think I'm going to continue that practice. And as if in answer to that, as I was jogging back, I saw this woman sitting like literally on the water in meditation pose. And I was like, all right, Lord, I see you. With this affirmation. So I'm going to keep doing that for a while. And so just to reiterate that idea, it's important to know what connects you. So Gladys knows, and I'm experimenting with things, but it's important to know what connects you. As I've discovered that running connects me too, that being in movement, in the meditation movement, because it can be a meditation movement if you're intentional enough about how you move and what you think while you're moving. So,
yes.
Yeah. Everybody out there, find your thing and it gets you connected. You need to know.
Yes. It's so important. It's so important because it's going to assist you in getting to where you want to go and being where you are. How about that? Being where you are is also a powerful position to be in. Being present. All right. Thank you, Sekou. So if you haven't been checking out Sekou at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on the Be a Hero show, please do so. It's great. My favorite day, and I think I could testify to this for many of us, is Tip Tuesday. It's Tip Tuesday. I love me some Tip Tuesday. And so what's Wednesday, Sekou?
So Wednesday is Workout Wednesday. But today was a special edition because I went to a Nissan event last night. So I talked a little bit about working out, but I also talked about I'm doing this thing as you're doing with GPS. I'm incorporating these hard terms that I've known for a long time into the world of spirituality. So I did that today in terms of the stick shift that comes on the new Z, which was launched last night in Brooklyn. So check it out.
Okay. Oh, so that's where you were. I saw your posts. I was like, okay, well, I don't know. Where is he?
Yeah, this is supposed to be the New York Auto Show, but all the events got canceled except for Nissan's reveal of the Z. So check out my show to hear more about that. And I'm also going to do a podcast episode about it on Saturday. Because there was a lot going on last night. It was amazing.
Cool. All right, y'all check that out. Please join me tomorrow as we continue the GPS series. Be gentle with yourself. I want to say that's just got to download, to be gentle with yourself, right? We ask ourselves these questions, and sometimes we could be so harsh in wanting to know the answer. And something that Reverend Jennifer often said is sit in the question. Be in the question. Just allow yourself to marinate in the question. So where are you going? Marinate in that. Some of us know, and some of us are discovering, remembering. Because we know it's in there. It's within. Okay? All right, y'all. So I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. I will be on location tomorrow. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to see if I could get as close as possible to the beach. I don't know if it's going to work, but just to give some nature vibes to Gladys and say, cool, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. Peace and blessings, peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes.